Hey everybody, today I'm doing a knife review on a Columbia River knife and tool. This is their hole-in-one model. It is a very interesting blade. It is no longer currently available on the market, which is kind of a bummer because it is a cool knife. But I've had it for a little over a year now and I figured it's time to finally get a review of it done. Some of the quick specs are overall it is 8 inches long. The blade itself is 2.5 inches. It only comes in a plain edge. There is no serrations for it. It is in a silver, a matte silver, which I do enjoy, and it is a locking knife. The cost of it runs anywhere from, or ran I should say, anywhere from $25 to $40. I got it for around $25, so a very good deal. It's not an expensive knife. The steel is a 420 J2 stainless steel, which is a cheaper steel, but it does a decent job. It maintains a pretty good edge and can hold it for a while, and it's not too difficult to sharpen, which is nice. It's one piece of steel all the way around. There's no special handle to it or anything. Just it looks really interesting. It was designed by a man named Tom Hitchcock, and he does a really cool job with a lot of the knives he makes. It has a relatively unique way of opening and closing. It doesn't open in a traditional fashion. It opens and closes in a sideways motion. You simply engage the lock by pushing down this little stud here and rotate the blade. That to me is pretty cool. And it is ambidextrous in the fact that it opens both left and the right way, and it goes in a 360 rotation. So you never have to worry about which way you're holding the knife. It will always open that way. There are quite a few different ways to hold it. You know, you can just grab the bottom. You can slide your hand all the way up and get a really tight grip on it. Or a lot of people like to do is take this hole in the center and just slip their fingers right through it. You can hold it and get a really pretty solid grip on it. Or even your first finger. It has a very, very solid lock. You don't have to worry about it closing on you because the way it would close is sideways, and even when you're pushing down with a lot of force, it's not going to just collapse on you suddenly. Or if it gets dropped or hit really hard, it won't just close and cut your fingers. Even though there are many ways to hold this blade, it can get a little bit uncomfortable after continuous use. But this knife was primarily made for an EDC knife, maybe a camping knife, so one you wouldn't necessarily have to have out for hours on end, or even more than a couple minutes. So that really has never been a problem for me. It is not a fast opening blade, it's not assisted or anything, it's a simple matter of pushing down the lock and pushing the blade out. So, you know, it's not, I wouldn't recommend it for self-defense, or even a survival blade, but just a general everyday knife, it's nice. Some of the things I didn't really like about this are it doesn't have any sort of pocket clip, but to make up for that they added a neat little carabiner type feature right on the ends. You push it down and it can be clipped onto a belt loop or a bag strap, and it can also be doubled as a bottle opener. If you like collecting knives, I think you would definitely like this one. But it is a very solid knife. You can use it and use it pretty hard, and you wouldn't have too much trouble with it, if any. So that's pretty nice about it. It's a solid blade. The reason I got this knife is I was just on the market for a new one, and this one just kind of caught my eye as a unique design. But it's a nice knife. I would recommend it. Hey, thanks for watching.